Emma, you said on court that you were setting 2-love down and you sort of felt, I'm just going to go for it, see if I can turn it around. Did you discuss that with Anne? Did you just kind of come to that realisation? How did that kind of develop in your mind?
Yeah, I think I was 6-3 2-love down. In my own head, I was like, I'm not doing much wrong at all here. I'm playing really good tennis from the back when I'm in the points. I think I was just struggling to get past the first couple of shots in the rally, and I think that by taking her second serves on a bit more, it put a little bit more pressure on, I guess, and I also was in a more offensive position on my second shot. And I think, yeah, we did speak about it. I also had Fran Jones on the side of the court going, step in, and I literally looked at her like, I'm stepping in. So it worked though. I think I gave her the biggest evils, like 2-love down, but then it worked, I said after the match. But I was really good tennis. I was very pleased with my level, and especially to play such a tough opponent like Caroline, it's a great match for me to win.
Considering that this is the first clay match of the season, and obviously you're kind of still navigating your way back from what happened last year, how happy are you with your body and how that held up during this match?
I'm very pleased. I know that was a very physical match for me to put my body through. I know to play Caroline, who's been in the top 10, who's won the tour finals, it's not something that I take lightly or I think I overlook. I know that I had to really dig deep and be super physical to keep it even just competitive, and let alone to win. So I'm very pleased with how I held up there physically. I don't think I really wavered at any point in the match, and that's a big win for me.
You're obviously returning incredibly well in the final towards 2 sets in particular. I'm curious, since your return's obviously one of your best shots, what has it been like trying to figure that out on clay? Like I saw you moving, like changing your positioning, and then what was it like to kind of find that level on it and return really well?
Yeah, I think that on clay court it is a bit harder to step in because the ball bounces higher, there's more bad bounces, so there's more variability, and it's not like a hard court, you know exactly how it's going to bounce when you see it. But I think the blessing of these courts indoors is that it is faster, and it's not like a very lively court. I would say it's relatively similar to a hard court, and I think that on clay it's very important to have all the options to be able to step in, but also to be able to stand back. And I think I was definitely more successful today stepping in, but it's good to have both options, and I think that will carry me in good stead in matches going forward when, for example, stepping in isn't working and the ball is jumping too high.
I mean, you mentioned that if it had gone to 2-love, it would have been very difficult. So when you've got what feels like the ties in the balance there, does that give you more motivation almost than if you were just playing for yourself? You've got the whole sort of team hinging on you digging yourself out of that situation?
Yeah, I mean, I saw the match with Katie. She's been having an incredible season. So today for Deanne to play like that, it was obviously a tough one for the team, I think. But for me, I actually really loved going out there 1-love down and knowing like I had to perform to get the team to equal, and I actually love that responsibility on my shoulders. I don't shy away from it, and that's something that is probably one of my strengths. So I went out there and I was like, okay, this is like all you today. So I definitely used the team, I used everyone on the bench, I used Anne on the side of the court, and felt the energy of the crowd, and I'm very happy to go into tomorrow 1-1.
And just to ask about, obviously it's all about the team this weekend, but you did say on Thursday that clay you think is a surface that can serve you well moving forward. I just wondered, like, does a performance like today reinforce that sort of belief and give you confidence that it can be a good surface for you moving forward?
Yeah, 100%. I think I'm still light on hours or seasons on clay, but having 2 weeks practice on the surface and being able to play toe-to-toe with Caroline, who is a really tough opponent, and at her home country, and with her bench and her team behind her, I think that is a really confidence-building performance for me, I would say. And I do enjoy the clay. I think that as I physically develop, it's something that I can use to my strengths and extend the points because yeah, once we're in the ground stroke exchanges, I feel really good out there.
Kind of similar, but curious in the context of coming back from obviously injury and trying to find rhythm and confidence. How big is a performance like that for you?
Yeah, I think it's big. I think honestly, I've been doing such good practice in the last few weeks, few months that it's nice to see the reward. I think that's the biggest thing. I wouldn't say that it's confidence building or make or break in terms of the results because I've been taking so much confidence just from the practice I've been doing, and I think you can either build confidence two ways, by winning matches or by practicing very well, and I've been practicing really well even though I'm technically lighter on matches, but yeah, that's the way I like doing things right now and probably more going forwards.
And do you want to sum up your view on Emma's performance, and also, where do you think Katie's performance kind of ranked, and did you think there was more that she could have done, or was it just Diane?
Yeah, look, I thought Diane played a fantastic match. She played a smart match, and for Katie, she's already spoken about her lack of experience on clay, and taking a loss like that is a tough one to take given her success this year. But, I think for Katie, she's got to remember what kind of tennis player she is, what kind of tennis rewards, she is rewarded for. And, Diane made it difficult for her to do that today, but tomorrow's another day, and I would expect her to bounce back. In Emma's match, I thought the quality was fantastic from both players. The way Garcia served at times was impressive, but with all the players, you've got to accept that sometimes they're going to hit a hot patch, but it's very rare that hot patch lasts from start to finish. And Emma stayed with her, and the way she remained composed out there, the way she figured it out as well, and the way she was able to raise her level was impressive. And you're looking at two quality players on the court, and I think a lot of people today have to be able to sit back and admire the quality of the tennis, because I thought, yeah, it was brilliant stuff. And again, tomorrow is another day, and still more work to do.